Well, it's Friday, and you know what that means here at Costa Rica Story Flashback Friday. So join me. Hey there, and welcome to Costa Rica Story. And if this is your first time here, my name is Ed. I make videos about Costa Rica and my life here in Costa Rica. If you're a regular here, part of the Good Vibe tribe, my name still is Ed, and you know what I do. So today's edition of Flashback Friday is going to take us back to August of 2020 with a video entitled Preparing to Make the Move to Costa Rica. And I know a lot of you are in that position where you're coming to make the move to Costa Rica and you're going through all these different things. And even if you're not, it's an interesting thing to check it out. So let's just watch this together. It's called Preparing to Make the Move to Costa Rica. Guess what I'm doing? I am moving to Costa Rica. Yep, sounds crazy, right? Yeah. Well, I'm packing up my worldly possessions and the old house, heading off to Costa Rica. Not quite that simple. We're in the middle of COVID-19. The good old days. And I'm in the middle of getting rid of most of my worldly possessions. As you can see, the house is a super duper hot mess right now, even worse than usual. So yeah, I've been getting rid of furniture to family and friends and anything you can think of, okay, clothes. So Americans can't go to Costa Rica at this point. Americans, I mean people from the United States of America. Those creaky stairs. Due to the COVID restrictions, so. Quite the echo. Those of us that want to go from the States to Costa Rica are kind of like going through a bunch of crap. So hopefully the borders will open soon. I need three things to happen to move to Costa Rica. Number one, I gotta sell the house. Number two, my passport needs to come back. My passport's being renewed. Right now it's in process. And due to COVID-19, everything's slower and pain in the butt. The third thing is the borders need to be open to people from Estados Unidos, USA. Right now, that's great Spanish. Can't do it. I mean, I think there's some ways maybe people are trying to get around it by visiting another country and quarantining there. There's so many crazy loops and hoops that people are trying to jump through. But I'm waiting it out. My main thing is the house. I've got so much freaking stuff. Well, I got most of my stuff gone, but I still have a lot of stuff left to do. I've got so much stuff. This main bedroom, I've got most of the stuff out. I still have the bed to get rid of there, but I see behind me, I've got VHS tapes here. I've got a lot of VHS tapes. It's insane. Probably should throw them all away. The stuff that we keep is my closet. This is kind of my keep room. This is like stuff I'm thinking of taking with me. A lot of video equipment, photography equipment. Not much of it made it. Clothes. Not much of that made the trip. Some sentimental stuff, but yeah, I still have to sort through this. But yeah, that's my keeper closet there. I had planned to do a lot of renovations, but in talking with my real estate agent, he figured I wouldn't be gaining anything by doing the renovations, and trying to get a good contractor around here is impossible, and none of them are reliable. They say they're going to be here and they don't. There's a photo. I got to get rid of the photo. Yeah, so yeah, this is all stuff that's in process of me trying to get rid of it. Most of it anyways. What a mess. Very little will I keep. That's true. And yeah, this is the living room's I've got most of the furniture gone from the living room. Yes, it is a hot mess. It's always a hot mess, but it's a wicked hot mess now. My photography on the walls. Trying to figure out what will I take with me. I don't need my winter clothes. That's good. I would like to bring my workstation with me here. Eventually, standing desk, dual monitors, computer, custom built. I'll probably build another computer when I get there eventually.
No, never
Maybe
built
work
one.
from a laptop for a while. But I am going to have to work. I'm not one of those people that's going there to hang out and just relax. I've got to work. I want to work. Here's my filthy kitchen. I didn't even clean it up. Normally I would probably clean it up. But at this phase, I'm kind of inspired by YouTubers that I see that are just like showing their bare life where it's just all the way.
Trying to keep it real.
No,
Trying to keep it
reservations. Here's my back porch. My back porch waiting area. This is where I've got a lot of stuff.
How do we accumulate so much stuff?
It's
crazy. It's crazy.
These will be gone. And anything else you see in this vicinity should be gone. Oh, there's my, for my back, my called teeter hang up. I got my teeter hang up. Just had to have that, you know. I've noticed that when I'm getting rid of a lot of junk that nobody probably wants. It's all stuff that when I bought it, I just had to have it. And now look at it. It's like I can't get rid of this stuff. I've got a chainsaw in this box. Pole chainsaw. Never been opened.
At Amazon.
I could probably try to put it on.
Too easy to buy stuff
or something, but yeah, I just don't like dealing with that. It's kind of a pain. But here I've got my light table. I've had so many slides I had to throw away. Grizzly bears up in Alaska, all kinds of wildlife and nature stuff.
Years of photography.
I think at one time I was
in the wastebasket.
I was the wildlife and nature photographer. That was a few years ago.
That was a lifetime ago.
That was before digital, people. There was a time when we had to put film in our cameras. Go figure. Who would ever thought of such a thing? Anyways, I'll take you on a quick tour outside to show you what we got going on out here. As you can hear, I live out in the country, but I live by a noisy freaking road. And like, you can't have a conversation out in my front yard without it being interrupted by cars going by. So that's kind of one of the things that it sucks about this place. There's a lot good about this place, but there's a lot bad. As you can see, I've got some renovation going on here. I'm putting some stone in. That's for drainage. Keep my cellar from getting wet. And
that cellar used to always flood.
I've got my trusty paddleboard over here.
Not a lot of cellars here in Costa Rica.
Favorite pastimes is to ride on that.
Traded paddleboard for kayak.
Paddle. And there's my house. As you notice, my house. There's something peculiar here. You see, half of it is new siding, vinyl, and the other half is the old cedar shingles that I was gonna have replaced. But this is the point where I'm like, I just said, freak it. Freak it. A lot of wildlife here. A lot of birds and bunnies and deer. But as you can see, I've got a lot of projects underway. I've got my back steps apart. I got to finish painting and replace a couple of steps. And up on the top, I've got some painting to do.
I hate painting.
Let's go to my cellar. I hate my cellar. We'll go there just so I can remember
I hate my cellar
what it was like to be in my old creepy cellar.
Yes, let's see what it's like to be back in that old cellar.
Let's see what we got here. I haven't been down here since it rained. It usually gets a little wet down here. So yeah, this is the old cellar. Oh man, I've got a lot of work to do yet. I did, believe it or not, 75% of this is cleared out. So got that taken care of.
See the old wooden beams.
My old cellar. I've got, well, you can't see the front part because I've got the light off there, but as you can see, there's my cellar. It's not like a real fun kind of place, but yeah, I got to get this place dried out a little bit. We had some serious torrential downpours here. But I think the cellar did fairly well. Back of the house, there's my trusty antenna. That's where my TV comes from. I don't pay cable. Don't believe
cut
it.
the cord. Cut the cord.
So As we're walking away from the house, you see there's the old barn.
And the barn was full of
isn't
stuff.
what it used to be. And then I've got this area where I do my little brush burning, and I've burned some furniture and stuff, trying to get rid of stuff so I can get the hell out of this place.
I used to have my beehives down there too. And at one point, that was all a garden.
A lot of good memories here, but it's time to move on for sure. So yeah, Costa Rica. Nature, no ice in the wintertime.
That's true.
That's what I'm really looking forward to. But this is the trail down to the brook area, where it's always been kind of a family place where you all go down here and play around. I haven't been down here since the last flood, but I'm sure there's a mess I need to pick up. And before I go, I'm going to get everything here all tidied up. See, there's my little dam that kind of got destroyed. I've got a video of me actually building that at one point. It's a fun little place.
There's definitely some good times there.
Family projects down here. Build the dam, play with the minnows. Yeah. But I'm sure I'll find enough nature in Costa Rica. Maybe there'll be a monkey or two.
That you will.
Sloth.
All of that.
But we've got mosquitoes here. I'm sure they've got mosquitoes in Costa Rica.
The mosquitoes there are worse than the mosquitoes here.
So here's the other side of the barn. You see a little bit of overgrowth there.
Yeah, a little bit.
The barn is actually sinking slowly into the ground. See where the barn is? It's like that. I could hop right up in there if I wanted to, and it used to be a lot higher up. You know what? I don't want to go in the barn.
That barn actually caused my property tax to go up.
If I don't remember,
like it was an asset.
I'm okay with that.
It was really a liability.
And here's my dwarf apples, Macintosh to be exact.
I planted those trees.
Little Macintosh apples. It's a freaking road right there. So yes, so that's my world that way. And this is my junk processing center. Because I've been getting rid of stuff little by little.
Those were the days.
I got my handy reciprocating saw. This helps me out quite a bit. So
lucky I didn't put an eye out.
Now we're getting down to crunch time, so I may end up having to get a dumpster or something. I'm not sure. We're playing it by ear here. We're gonna play it by ear.
So yeah, that is a pretty nice view. I've got a lot of nice drone footage of that area. A lot of farmland. So it's a pretty area.
It's nice out there.
But no, yeah, that was interesting taking a look back at that era, because you know it's talking about a lot of the preparation and the stress of leaving, part of the process that maybe some of you are actually going through as well. And a lot of the things, like I was talking about, maybe I'll see monkeys and sloths, and those dreams, they did come true. It's never exactly how you picture it, like back then to here. And it's just fun going back and looking at myself. It's like it's a blast from the past. That's why it's Flashback Friday here. And so if you're going through the process, know that eventually, as they say, this too shall pass. And I think, I've got a pretty good attitude usually. I can find the positive in things, and because it's a roller coaster. There's a lot of ups and downs when you're making a move like that. So if you're in that position, or you're in any kind of position where you're stressed out and things, this too shall pass. So that was a lot of fun watching that old footage, but spoiler alert, I did finally make it here to Costa Rica. And if you'd like to come here to Uvita, Costa Rica and do the Uvita Day Adventure with me, just go to uvitaday.com for more information. There's a ton of things we can do here, from going to the caves at Playa Ventanas. We can go to the whale tail at low tide, go to the farmer's market. There's a lot of different waterfalls we can go to. There's just a lot of different things we can do here. And also, if you need a rent-a-car anywhere in Costa Rica, just drop me a line and I can help you out with that. I've got a really reliable company. You don't have to worry about getting scammed. You don't have to worry about a lot of the things that people worry about with rental cars. Okay, we got a big truck going by, so we're just going to roll with it. Got a little bit of construction going on behind the house here, so I'm just going to show you some like real Costa Rica here. This is actually that's what's going on in Costa Rica today, in my world of Costa Rica. So there's always change. There's change back then in my life there, and there's change in my life here in Costa Rica. So you roll with it and make the best out of every situation. I mean, you could see back then the big hot mess that my house was in. But anyways, I'm off the track again. If you'd like to come to Uvita, do the Uvita Day Adventure, go to uvitaday.com. There's just a ton of things we can do, and we'll do them. So if you don't know what the Uvita Day Adventure is, I don't know how that could possibly be. But if you don't know what the Uvita Day Adventure is, just please watch this video.
I would love this.
So are you ready? Are you ready to come to Uvita and do the Uvita Day Adventure with me? I really loved showing people my world, living vicariously through their adventures here. We can hit a lot of the popular attractions, so you never really know who's going to drop in on the Uvita Day Adventure. And it's definitely a good way to get in touch with your inner child. And if you want, we can even get off the beaten path. A coffee tour with mi amigo Dainair. Maybe we'll find some wildlife to photograph. Visit to the farmer's market, making some new friends. A refreshing swim in a beautiful swimming hole. And if you go on a coffee tour, I have to warn you, Dainair might put you to work. But there's a lot to see, and there's a lot to do. Make new friends, see some cool things, make some memories. The Uvita Day Adventure. Go to uvitaday.com for more information. Hopping into a beautiful swimming hole. Another thing we can do on the Uvita Day Adventure.
Hey guys, my name's Brett Bond. I'm from Utah, and I booked the Uvita Day Adventure with Ed. And I have to say I was a bit hesitant to book it in the beginning because I thought I could find stuff on my own. But now that we're out here and I'm actually chatting with Ed, I have to say the amount of information he's given me and just like all the different details, the fun facts, I'm super glad I booked it. So yeah, if you're visiting Costa Rica, book the adventure with Ed.
But that's all I've got for this edition of Costa Rica Story. Make sure you like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, but most importantly, share this video and this channel with a friend. Hasta luego.